Hey, what's up? um, yeah, I know it's been a while since I've done one of these. But I figured I would just do an impromptu one without notifying anybody beforehand. Um, doesn't seem like anybody's here. Hey, Movie Master Marco, how's it going? It's going good, man. It's going good. Um, like I said, it was just kind of like an impromptu thing. I wanted to kind of try my hand at just doing this on the fly. I have a lot of time on my hands, so yeah. Hey, what's up, Gavin? No, you're not now. You were. Can everybody hear me? Okay, just drop a yes in the comments. Uh, I know the last time that we did this, there was some audio issues. Austin, hope all is going well. Yes, everything's going pretty good. Considering what's going on. But yes, thank you. Yeah, everything's going well. Hope everything's going well with you guys as well. Show enough, yo yo. Movie Master Marco, have you seen the trailer for Capone? No, I haven't. I literally just saw a picture of Tom Hardy as Capone. Looks good. So I can't wait to check out the trailer. Yeah. Oh, thank you. The shirt. But yeah, this is, and usually whenever I do live streams, it's usually like a dual live stream with Instagram and YouTube. You guys, I'm only doing it for YouTube right now. Just because I feel like I want to concentrate more on you guys and the comments and stuff like that without having to go back and forth constantly. Yeah. You should react to it live. The Capone trailer. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not great at that stuff. There's a whole lot of other people that are really good at that stuff. Thoughts on Tiger King? Tiger King is a freaking mess. Me and my wife binged the show. I think within like 2 days or so, maybe three. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of with there with everybody else. Like after the second episode, actually even after the first episode, I was like, "Who the hell are these people?" Yeah, it's insane. It's insane. It's insanity. And then they're starting to capitalize on it more and starting to do all these uh, exposés and interview shows with the people from Tiger King. So it might be jumping the shark just a little bit, but it's entertaining TV. I'll say that, especially with everything right now. Gary says, "Hey man, now do you order Blu-rays online due to what's happening right now? Like Bad Boys 3 is next week if you're gonna get it." Yeah, yeah, essentially. I had to do that with the Star Wars Blu-ray buyer's guide that I did. I had to order everything online and figure out how to go pick it up curbside and all these other things. It's a lot harder now to buy movies. It's not impossible, but it's a lot harder. But yeah, I mean, I'm still buying movies. Bad Boys for Life. I think I might hold off just a little bit, but I'm excited to check it out. I didn't see it in theaters. Um, yeah, those guys are crazy. Carol effing Baskin. I've seen. Okay, me and my wife again after watching the show have thrown memes at each other back and forth with the whole Carol Baskin thing. She totally did it, by the way. But anyway, but yeah, totally like it's just insane. This stuff is crazy. Man, glad to see a bunch of you guys popping in. I know again this was very impromptu, didn't notify anybody or anything like that, but I'm glad to see you guys and hang out. It's been a while. All right, let's see here. So, anybody playing any games lately? Any video games or anything like that? Um, PlayStation had just announced that they were giving out 2 free games on PS4. The Uncharted Nathan Drake collection and Journey, which I never played any of the Uncharted games. I've always heard that they were phenomenal and great. So this is my chance to do it. Journey, I heard the same. Great game. Um, but yeah, so those are the 2 games right now that I'm going to be playing. Um, I've been on Resident Evil 3 for a good while. I've passed it already like about 3 times. uh, the only thing that I guess kind of bums me out is that they cut out so much stuff. The game looks amazing, Gameplay's cool, but they cut out so much stuff, and it feels like it's like that, like it's done and over with. Um, Austin says Overwatch. You know what? I've never really gotten into like Overwatch or Fortnite or was it a Player Unknown? What is it called? Battlegrounds or something like that. I never got into any of those. My son got a little bit into Fortnite, and then he was like, "Nah, I'm good." Final Fantasy VII remake. That honestly, that is the only Final Fantasy game that I've ever played was 7 back in the day. So I'm kind of intrigued and maybe wanting to get back into Final Fantasy via that game to see how I feel about RPGs. I'm not really a big RPG fan. Uh, at at the core anyway. Um, Doom is amazing. Marco said Doom and Doom Eternal. I've played through the whole first Doom game, and that one was awesome. I have not played Doom Eternal yet, but I'm looking forward to maybe playing through that very soon. COD Warzone. How is that? TJT review says COD Warzone. How is that? Like, is it like your typical like Fortnite type of game, or is it just like a Call of Duty multiplayer, just online? Let me know because I'm intrigued. Uncharted 2 is the best, really? Okay. I'm gonna play through all 3 Uncharted games, and if I really dig them a lot, then I'm gonna go ahead and get part 4 and play through the whole series. Okay. TJT said Battle Royale, but COD. Okay. Gavin says in Ireland we only have one place to buy new Blu-rays. Really, I missed the release of a few titles like Knives Out and Rise of Skywalker. Hope they aren't all gone. Um, I wouldn't. I would say Rise of Skywalker will still be available. I missed out on the Knives Out Steelbook, and I haven't seen any available in locally for me. So I'm gonna have to seek that one out at some point. Austin says he's been doing a lot of Rocket League. Okay, you know what? I played that one a few times. That one was pretty fun. It's a lot more fun when you have people to play with. You know what I mean? Martinez Joe 74. Hey, what's up? Instagram, right? Yeah. Nice to see you here. See, Doom Eternal is tougher than the first and better. Oh, okay, all right. Now I'm really intrigued because regular Doom, gave me a little bit of a challenge even on the hardest setting. So if you're saying that Doom Eternal is even harder, I'm intrigued. Gavin says we don't get steelbooks here in Ireland. We have to get them on eBay. Ah, that's a damn shame. That really is. Uh, Sure enough. Oh, got to hop on a conference call for work. All right, man. Well, thank you. Thank you for popping in. I really appreciate it. Even if it's just to say hi, I appreciate all you guys popping in. Even if, just for a couple of minutes or whatever. So, do what you got to do, bud. All right. So, what movies have you guys been watching or rewatching now that everybody's kind of been in quarantine? And how are you guys holding up, by the way? I really want to know because I haven't really had the chance to talk to anybody else besides my own family, for the most part. So how are you guys holding up? Hopefully everybody's okay and everybody's doing safe, and stuff like that. Um, she says I'm probably the only one that's not as excited as everyone when it comes to the Batman. Okay. I'm not. I love Robert Pattinson as an actor. I'm not completely thrilled of him as Batman. I perfectly honest. I'm waiting to reserve my complete judgment until I see the movie. I hate to see something like see a still image and be like, oh, that's gonna be complete trash. That's not how I do things. I want to see the movie to completely. I mean, honestly, he could blow me away. I don't. It's a big possibility. But yeah. So I mean, I'm gonna reserve my complete judgment until I watch the movie. And I'm hearing stuff about the Flashpoint or the Flash movie, the Flashpoint movie, kind of redoing and putting Robert Pattinson's Batman into the DCEU stuff that they have currently going, which I don't know. I mean, weirder things have happened, I guess. um, let's see here. Thoughts on VFW and Color Out of Space. I have not seen VFW. Heard it was really good. Color Out of Space is a freaking weird Nick Cage like blast. I don't know how to describe it. It's like an alien like a body horror movie with Nick Cage all into one. And like I said, I think I reviewed it on another video. Nick Cage is very Nick Cage in that movie. Um, uh, Martinez Joe says I'm still working and hanging in. Oh, good man, good. That's good. That's really good to hear. I'm happy you're still working at least. Um, Scott, Demasian Scott said, "What's up, man? What's up, dude? I've seen you in the comments." Brent Madison, Valley Girl, an 80s classic came out finally digitally everywhere Tuesday. Nick Cage movie, one of his better. I agree. And now that they're coming out with like that remake musical of Valley Girl, I'd probably still check it out just to see how it is, but I don't know. Let's see here. I ordered the. I'm sorry. Marco says I ordered the 4K collections of Mission Impossible and Fast and the Furious from Amazon. The dollars Blu-ray trilogy, and Mr. Robot, the complete series. Man, Mr. Robot is amazing. I still have not finished that show yet. Love it. Mission Impossible is fantastic. Fast and Furious fantastic as well. Joe says, got an email yesterday that my Star Wars 3 Steelbook is on hold from the UK. Yeah, got the same email, man. Yep. So happy I bought the 4K Walmart exclusive as well. That 4K Walmart exclusive shocked the heck out of me, man, for real. Normally, you know, that's not a normal thing anyway for me. For me to be impressed by a Walmart exclusive, that one was really good. Let's see here. Austin says, "What's your thoughts on Ford versus Ferrari?" I'm debating on buying. That's a great movie. That movie actually really surprised me. I was very shocked to enjoy it as much as I did. Well, I shouldn't say shocked because I love Matt Damon, I love Christian Bale, but the premise was one that I was like, well, how are they going to do this? And they executed it really well. Gavin says, I just got my Amazon order in today. I ordered Perks of Being a Wallflower, great movie. Grand Budapest Hotel, great movie. The Gift, really good. Fight Club, classic. Warrior, fantastic. The Witch, it's pretty good. Yeah, I liked it. And Source Code, I actually really enjoyed that movie a lot with Jake Gyllenhaal. Let's see, I think I'll be at least okay for a few weeks. Yes, definitely. As you can see here, I've been kind of going through some stuff behind me as well, and stuff that I have stacked up off to the sides that I haven't watched yet. Yeah, that's going to keep me pretty busy for a while. Let's see here. Aaron Johnson says, "Hey Dave, what are your thoughts on the Star Wars original trilogy in its current special edition form? I like the special editions, but Lucas has made things confusing with the Greedo stuff." I completely agree. I don't mind the special editions. I've watched the unaltered ones years and years ago when I was young, and then I watched the special editions when they were re-released. Which, as a kid, when I was younger, I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." Like it's just like new effects thrown in there. I didn't really grasp the full, I guess, the full aspect of what they were doing. And in rewatching them again over the years, I was like, well, this really wasn't necessary. I know he didn't like the effects that were done back in the day, or he wanted to add certain things. But when you keep meddling with stuff over the years when there's no need for them, I don't see a reason for them to do that or keep doing that. I would love to see the original unaltered trilogy at some point. There are some despecialized, is what they call them, trilogy Blu-rays out there that you can find or make yourself. And I actually want to do that at some point just to have them for my collection. But yeah, I love the unaltered ones. As weird as they are, as they could be. Palpatine looks very weird in those, but it's a sign of the times. You know what I mean? But anyway, yeah. Let's see here. TJT says, "What's the best movie you can think of that still hasn't gotten a Blu-ray release?" Oh, that's kind of hard. There's a lot of good. Right off the top of my head. I'm gonna say this movie. It's like a thriller, but kind of based in the comic book world and comic shops and stuff like that, called Comic Book Villains. That one was a really good movie. To my knowledge, I don't think it's ever gotten a Blu-ray release. That would be one that I would want. Scott says, "Are you getting Jaws on 4K?" Yeah, I hope so. I would hope that I can, go ahead and pick it up at some point. But yeah, definitely. Carlos Campo says, "I saw The Gentleman, and it was really better than I expected, and than you thought about the movie." Oh, what do you think about the movie? I honestly haven't seen it yet. I heard it was good. I love the cast. The cast is amazing. And what's his name? Oh my God, director. I'm blanking on the director's name, but him. He's a fantastic Guy Ritchie, right? Fantastic director. I love him. I'm playing video games while watching you. What game are you playing, Scott? Let's see here. Marco, when do you think they'll release the trailer for Bill and Ted 3? I don't know, man. And I'm hoping that they do it soon. It's supposed to be coming out this summer. I don't know that it's gonna happen now because of all this stuff. And that's a big bummer, man. Like literally, I feel like there's no movies like we're not going to have any sort of theater experience for quite a while, which is going to suck. And I know Bill and Ted 3 has been like in the works for years and years and years, and then this happens, and it's like, oh man, I don't know. Hopefully soon though. Also, Speed Racer is incredibly underrated. Okay, I've seen it once. I'll tell you that. I will be completely honest. I've only seen it once, and I thought it was okay when I first saw it. It's a big CG green screen type of movie. I have to watch it again and really check it out. I'm gonna add that to my list right now. Speed Racer. I do have a list, by the way. It's off to the right of me. Let's see here. William Wilkinson says, "During the quarantine, I bought the Star Wars Episode 9 on Best Buy Steelbook 4K. I know it gets a bad rap, but I have all the current trilogy in 4K and Blu-ray Steelbooks." Nah, man. I mean, look, I'll be the first to defend the Star Wars movies. Even the ones that aren't great, I still enjoy them. Like, I will watch them. There's very minimal amount of people that really like the prequel trilogy. I don't think it's completely horrible. There's just things in them that I feel like could have been done differently, or Lucas not like completely rely on CG, or like green screen, blue screen all the time. But I love all the Star Wars movies, even Rise of Skywalker, which again I thought was great. Let's see here. Ooh, I just went through all the comments really quick. Let's see. Gavin, thoughts on all the movies being pushed back until next year? It's heartbreaking to me. As an avid, movie watcher, movie goer, I love the experience of being able to go to the theater and just watch a movie, and it's really heartbreaking to me to see all these movies having to get pushed back forcefully. And the one the one that kind of hurt I guess my family really was Mulan. We really wanted to see Mulan in theaters. Like we had when this quarantine thing just happened, the day before we had just bought tickets to Mulan, and then they announced that all theaters were going to be shutting down, and then Mulan was getting moved, and we were just like, oh my god. And then the one that hurt me was New Mutants, which I had been waiting for years, and finally, like the finish line was there, it was coming out, and then boom, that one got moved as well, and that broke me. That broke me a little bit, among many other movies. See, Dawson says hi. What's up? Marco says, freaked with Alex Winter needs a Blu-ray. Yes, I love Freak. That is a very underrated movie. I saw that. I've seen that movie so many times. I've watched it so many times when I was younger. It's so like amazingly gory and like gross, but in the best possible way. Love that movie. Freaked. Yes, definitely. Joe says Happy Rad finally got Happy Rad finally got a 4K release from Vinegar Syndrome. Happy Rad. What does that sound familiar? I'm blanking right now. I'm gonna have to check it out. You said Vinegar Syndrome. I'm gonna have to check that out. True Lies, yes, True Lies needs to be released as well. Hell yeah. True Lies was like our unofficial Thanksgiving movie for some reason. Like for years. We would like literally every Thanksgiving for some odd reason. And it wasn't that I don't even think I have the movie on DVD, but it would come out like on TNT or TBS or something like that. And it was like the unofficial movie. Like every year we had to watch it. It was very strange. I wish Dogma got a UK Blu-ray release. I only have the DVD. Hopefully it doesn't get scratched. Yeah, I have all of Kevin Smith's movies on DVD. I need to upgrade a lot of them to Blu-ray at some point. Peter Khan. Hello, your channel's great. I missed the podcast live streams. I remember the one where you ate 2 chilies and also the chili burger. Yes, yeah. Yep. I mean, that's kind of what we did for entertainment and things like that. I appreciate you, man. I remember you. I remember the name. Peter Khan. Scott says, I'm playing Batman Beyond Return of the Joker on PlayStation. Oh, okay. That's a good pick. Let's see here. Gary. Oops. Lost your message, Gary. Let me see. Halloween Kills is still on its October release. Hopefully this thing is resolved so everyone can see it. My most anticipated movie of the year. I love those Halloween movies. The remake, the Blumhouse remakes or whatever. Those are fantastic. I'm really looking forward to these next 2 that they're doing. So yes, hopefully this is all resolved by October and we can get back to normal-ish. It's still going to be very strange for a while. I was hearing something that Cinemark was trying to open their theaters by like July 1st or something like that. That's a very iffy thing to kind of throw out there, but we'll see. Let's see here. William says, I make lists all the time. Thankfully, I'm not the only one. Like, just so you guys know, like, I have a notebook. Like, there's a notebook here. I have just things that I write, things that I have to do. I want to talk about the movies I've seen. I'm not like on my phone in the notepad very much. I'm very pen to paper kind of person. LJman85, what's up from San Diego? Will you get and review Bad Boys for Life and its exclusives? Probably not, to be honest with you. I have to, honestly, with the Blu-ray Buyer's Guide, I'm glad you said something about that. With the Blu-ray Buyer's Guides, I have to really make sure that it's a title that's going to get a lot of notice. And I hate to say it like that. For me to justify doing a Blu-ray Buyer's Guide for it. Because a lot of times I will go out and spend like $100+ and then come back and not make more than like $10 on YouTube from it. So it's or either that or it has to be something I'm really, really passionate about. You know what I mean? So I'm glad you brought that up because I've been wanting to talk about that for a while. It gets kind of hard continuing to do that with every movie release. But yeah, I mean, probably not that one, but we'll see, I guess, in the future which one I can do. See, do you think Marco says, do you think Brad Pitt can make a great Joe Exotic? Probably. There's a lot of people that have been vying for that role. I know that they're doing a show or a movie on that. Everybody went to David Spade, like, automatically just because he was Joe Dirt and he's very similar. And he even came out and said, I can't do that. That's literally like Joe Dirt, just kind of, different in a different way. But yeah, possibly. I don't see why not. AK Master A, Cinema Deviant. I'm trying to go down all the comments here. What's Eating Gilbert Grape needs a Blu-ray release? Yes, I love that movie. That's a great movie. AK Master, what do you think is an underrated movie? For me, it's the films UHF and Scott Pilgrim versus the World. UHF is very underrated. I'm a big Weird Al Yankovic fan. And Scott Pilgrim, I don't think Scott Pilgrim is very underrated because a lot of people love Scott Pilgrim, but it is a fantastic movie. Have you seen Community? They just added it on Netflix. Yes, I actually have the whole series on Blu-ray. Fantastic show. Love seeing the early works of like Donald Glover and Joel McHale. You can say early works of Joel McHale, but I used to watch Joel McHale when he was on the Soup on the E network, and Allison Brie, things like that. Fantastic. Gary says, if you're a Western drama type of guy, I read John Travolta movie Urban Cowboy will be released for the first time on Blu-ray June 2nd. Oh, yeah. I love Urban Cowboy. That's a fantastic movie. Actually, my mom really likes that movie as well. I might have to pick that up. Yeah, cool. Thanks for letting me know. AK Master, have you shown your kid Avatar: The Last Airbender? If not, when do you think is the right time to show him the series? My kiddo is he's about to be 10 this year. He's 9. I would say around that age, maybe like 9 or 10ish. I think it would be okay. It was a Nickelodeon show, so I think if he's able to grasp or if your kid is able to grasp certain concepts, I think it'd be okay. I have not shown it to him yet. He's very interested. Every time he comes in, he looks at the Steelbook set that I have, and he really wants to watch it. So I got to make time to do that at some point. Let's see here. What is the best Netflix original movie? Um, hmm. I can't think of any right off the top of my head. It's hard. I have a Rolodex of things all the time. I'm trying to think. El Camino was really good. That's that Breaking Bad Netflix movie. But original, I don't know. I'd have to come back to that question. Let me think on that one. Joe says, "Do you think this will kill theaters and movies will go straight to digital and then physical?" Um, I don't know. For certain theaters, like I was hearing AMC, I was reading that AMC may not be able to reopen, and that's again another heartbreaking thing. I don't think that it's gonna be a complete to like digital experience. I think what we're seeing here is just a hiccup in the system. Um, I don't think they could viably like keep making movies if they send them straight to digital because there's a lot of people that pirate movies out there and things like that, and they would not be making any sort of money at all. I think they're probably trying to do this for the time being. Theaters will reopen at some point. When? Don't know. Um, and physical media, I would hope that physical media would always be there. I'm a firm believer in physical media. My brother is strictly digital. So he walks to my office area sometimes and he sees everything and he's like, "Why do you have all this stuff? It's just taking up space." And I'm like, "Yeah, because guess what? If there's no like internet or anything like that, I can just pop a movie in at some point." I'm like, you have nothing to watch if the internet goes down in your house. So I'm a firm believer in physical still. Um, let's see here. William says, since quarantine, I've seen all the Star Wars movies. Uh, it took me 4 days to get through the episodes, and Solo and Rogue One more day. So 5 total days of Star Wars movies. That's amazing. I did. I went through the majority of them. I haven't been able to watch all of them just yet. Do you watch any YouTube movie reviewers? Says Falcon B. I try not to. There's a couple of people out there that I do. I will kind of kind of look at their stuff here and there. I've in the past I've I've watched stuff from the Flick Pick. Chris, oh my God, what's his name? Chris, the other guy that he's best friends with the guy from the Flick Pick. Stuckman, it's Chris Stuckman. Yes. And things like that. Maybe some movie reviews from like bigger companies and things like that. I try not to watch on, and I'm going to be perfectly honest. I try not to watch too many movie reviews on YouTube, just because I don't want to subconsciously get some verbiage from them in my head. I love them all. Everybody is Bluray Dan out there, fantastic dude. There's I've watched Cool Duder a couple times here and there. Uh, Wet Movie One, things like that. So I know of all these people. I just try not to watch their stuff so much because I don't want verbiage from them ending up coming out of my mouth at some point. Because then that could cause problems online, things like that. Oh, you stole from me? No. um, but good question though. I've never been asked that, so that is a good question. Let's see. What are some of your underrated movies? Gavin says mine have to be Upgrade, which is a great movie. Hellboy 2, fantastic. Nice Guys, fantastic. Ant-Man 1, What We Do in the Shadows, Snatch, Adjustment Bureau, Prisoners, and Fury, to name a few. Those are all fantastic movies. And actually, I'm on track with you saying a lot of those movies are very, very underrated. But yeah, fantastic. I can't think of any right off the top of my head. I'm horrible at that stuff. People will constantly ask me, "What's your favorite movie?" And I'm like, "Oh no," because I really got to think about it. Um, what's your favorite? See, this is another one. What's your favorite steelbook in your collection? Peter Kahn says. Um, see, this is I have to like look back. Oh, you know what? Right now, it's this one. This one took me a while to get. It's a Mondo Avengers steelbook here. This is the variant. This is like 1012 of 2000. You can see there. But yeah, this is one of my prized possessions so far. Yep. What do you like on your hamburger? That's a weird question to ask me. But I like it. Everything on there with mustard, and yeah, that's about it. What's your favorite Weird Al Yankovic and album and song? Albums, Running with Scissors, I think is one of my favorites, and I gotta say, favorite song is probably oh my God, the Star Wars one. I can't remember what it was called. The Jedi song, the one that came out right before Force Awakens. That's probably one of mine. But I love Weird Al Yankovic. Period. Um, Actually, it's funny that you asked because me and my son were literally like binging Weird Al Yankovic videos just the other night, and he loves them to death. You excited for Dune? Yes, I am. Dune looks amazing. Um, it's been a long time since I saw the original, so I'm super stoked for this one. It's gonna be cool. Best Netflix original movie, Fractured. Fractured. I don't think I've seen that one. I'm gonna have to check that out. Throw some more my way because I can't remember. Oh, you know what? Yeah, TJT said The Irishman. Irishman was really good. Really long though, but really good as well. AK Master says it sounds like your kid will love Avatar. He'll especially love the action jokes in the series. In case you're worried, he'll get bored watching it. Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. I think he's gonna really dig it. I just have to, sometimes he tends to be like, well, okay, we'll watch it tomorrow, and then tomorrow comes and he's like, well, we'll watch it tomorrow. So I have to really like get him hooked on like an episode or two, and then he'll like literally this kid binge watches everything. So I think if I get him hooked on it, he'll really dig it. Marriage Story. Marriage Story is uh Okay, I only got through half of that. I was like, I was getting emotional already, like just halfway through it. It's hard to watch something that's so like raw, you know. Um, I at some point I watched the rest of it, but yeah, that the part that I did see was pretty great. E&M Toys, Barbudo. What's up, man? What's up, Eli? Recommend Dead to Me on Netflix. Okay. TJT says I've watched all the Hunger Game movies in quarantine. Um, yeah, man. Since we've been in quarantine, currently watching through The Walking Dead all over again, which is one of my favorite series. I know even it has its down points and things like that, but it's still something I love to watch all the time. I watched through Breaking Bad again. I watched through a few of the Star Wars movies, a decent amount. Um, Man, I've watched a lot of movies. Like really, I'm usually like a really busy guy. Like I'm always like up and about all the time. So this has allowed me to really catch up on a lot of movies that I've had in queue for quite a while. Peter says physical media over digital all day long, every day. I agree. Fantastic. All right, let's see here. What are your thoughts on the Drive rescore? The BBC re-released Drive back in 2014 with a different soundtrack, and they've released a Blu-ray in the UK containing both versions of the film. That's news to me. I didn't know that. Yeah, I'd have to check it out. That's interesting. Okay, I'm gonna add that to my list too. Okay, Drive rescore. All right, thanks. Okay, see. Gavin says, looks amazing. Is it sealed? The Avengers Mondo Steelbook. Yes, it is sealed. I will never open that because it cost me a bit of a bit of money, more so than probably what I would like to have paid for one steelbook. But yeah, those are the breaks of being a collector. And there's a lot of people that give me flack for keeping my stuff sealed sometimes. And I've had a couple of people on various occasions say, "Oh, well, you're just gonna flip it, dude. Like you're just gonna flip it. That's stupid. You know, why wouldn't you just open it?" And I was like, "Look, it's my money. I'm the one buying it for myself. I am a collector. I'm a collector of a lot of things. Movies. I'm a big Legend of Zelda collector. I collect comics, collect games, things like that. So there's certain things I like to have sealed. Um, and to be accused of being a flipper, like, oh, that that upsets me and it hurts my heart at the same time because I would never do that. Let's see here. I'm excited for Venom 2. Can't wait to see Carnage. Same here. I think it's gonna be pretty amazing. Peter Khan says, "You lucky dog. Those old Mondo steelbooks look so good." Yes. At some point, I have about I think like 20, I think, or something like that. 20 Mondo steelbooks. At some point, I'm trying to go down the line and uh, and complete a collection at some point, including the variants that they have out there. Which again, it's going to cost me a pretty penny, but that's just me. That's when I have something in my brain that I want to accomplish. It's just like I there's a tunnel vision. I can't help it. Let's see here. Have you seen the show Grimm? It's one of my favorite shows. Just rewatched them through isolation. I have not seen Grimm. I think I had a couple people recommend it to me, so I got to check that out as well. I'm gonna add that to my list. I have nothing else to do. Grimm. All right. Let's see here. Oops, I went down the line again. Sorry. I don't want to skip over you guys. Patricio says Conklin's Plesiosaur album. Oh, bring me here. See, have you heard of Gotham High? Because it looks so bad. I have heard of Gotham High, and that's all I heard about it. I just heard about it. Yeah, it looks pretty bad. It's just like when they did X-Men Evolution, but X-Men Evolution was actually kind of good or pretty good. Um, yeah, I wouldn't put any faith on that anyway. Have you ever seen the Steven Spielberg movie War Horse? Yes, I have. That is fantastic. That's a fantastic movie. What did you think of Parasite? Parasite blew my mind. Parasite was one of those movies that I watched it because a lot of people were talking about it. I watched it, and then halfway through, when there's a twist. I'm not gonna say anything because I don't know if anybody has seen it and has seen it in the comments. But there's a twist, and it was just like jaw dropping. Like, well, what? Hold on, wait, what? And it was so like so shocking to me, or so like hold up, what? That I had to go. I literally had to make people watch this movie, and I watched it with them just to see their reaction, and that was entertaining for me. Seeing them go like, "What? What's going on here?" Have you ever seen the Naked Gun trilogy? Yes, I have. Fantastic movies. Love the slapstick comedy of Leslie Nielsen. Yeah, Weird Al Yankovic appears in the first film. He also does the the opening song, like the James Bond type of song. No, that's Spy Hard. That's Spy Hard, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's Spy Hard. But yeah, fantastic movies. Let's see here. It's time for silent movies. It says, Patricio says, I already watched The Lost World 1925, the pre King Kong film on FX terms, and it's Willie O'Brien on the FX, the same as King Kong. You know what? Those are those are some movies that I really intend to go back and watch. I've seen a couple. I don't think that I've seen The Lost World, that one anyway. Those are always good to watch. I know those are ones that I probably have to watch for myself, just by myself, because I appreciate things like that a whole lot more than, like, say, watching it with a room full of people, and then somebody will make a snide remark that it's too quiet in here, or or something like that, or oh, those effects look dumb. Things like that I appreciate a lot more. So I'm gonna have to take some time out and watch those at some point. Let's see. Marco says the Blu-ray is called Drive Special Edition. Bought it yesterday on Amazon for about $13. Okay, cool. All right. Uh, man, what's the? Somebody said, hold on. Let me go back up. I keep skipping over stuff. What's the worst movie you have ever seen? The worst movie I've seen is a tie between The Cat in the Hat and Freddy Got Fingered. I don't like Freddy Got Fingered. Like it's very, very uncommon that I will say I don't like a movie. I hate it. Um, I don't hate Freddy Got Fingered. There's a movie, I believe. There's two movies. One called Asylum and one called Muck, I believe. Asylum, Muck. They're both horror films. Muck, I gave a pass for certain things just because I was like, you know what? It's an indie horror movie. I understand what it takes to make these things, but it was just very sloppily done. You know what I mean? There's another movie though called Asylum that angered me. It angered me while I watched it, just because it was just so poorly executed, and you could tell nobody wanted to be there, and everybody was just looking just to, like, everybody was just walking through their lines and walking through everything. It was just like, then what's the reason that everybody came together to make this movie then? You know what I mean? Things like that upset me. And yeah, I think that's probably one of my worst movies that I've watched is Asylum. Um, Joe Martinez says, think physical will go to the business model like Warner Archive, make to order, since like CD big box stores will get rid of them. Like vinyl for now will be for collectors. Um, I hope not. If things continue the route that they're continuing right now, I know a lot of businesses are being affected. If things keep going down that route, then possibly. Um, but I don't think so. I think things will. I'm crossing my fingers and praying that things start getting back to normal, to a sense where, okay, we can continue operations again, and everything will be available to everybody just like normal, you know. Um, but I don't think it's gonna be like that until some new platform comes out at some point. Just like right now, HD DVD is like not a thing that everybody buys. They're out there somewhere, like for collectors and things like that. Or you could find them at like a vintage, media store. Um, but until like another, format, that's what I was trying to say, format comes out, which I don't think there will be. I think 4K is going to be around for a good while. I don't see them making 8K discs at any point, anytime soon, anyway. But yeah, I mean, I think it's still going to be pretty available for everybody. Um, put put the steelbook in a block of ice like people do with credit cards and put it in the freezer. You know what? I will. I think, well, not the Avengers one. I don't know if that's what you're saying, but I think I have a couple of like duplicate empty steelbooks. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try that. I am. Let's see here. Cat in the Hat feels like a fever dream. Yeah. Even, you know what? Even my son watched Cat in the Hat, the live action one, and he was just like, "What is this?" Let's see. Let me go back and see. Oops, skipped over. When's the next collection update? Actually, very soon. I have a stack of movies right here that are ready to go for another filming, which is going to be pretty soon. I'll act. I actually even have another video being planned as well, about some quarantine things to watch. Things like that, streaming wise. So yeah, be on the lookout for those in the next probably couple days, I think. Let's see here. Weird Al songs and Spy Hard, yeah. Well, okay. Spy Hard is Spy Hard. It's funny, but it's not Naked Gun funny, or it's not like Hot Shots funny to me. But it wasn't bad. Have you seen Veronica? People are saying it's the room of horror movies. I have not. I've heard the same thing, and a part of me wants to buy it just because. AK Master says, I thought Troll 2 was the room of horror movies. You may be right. Troll 2, it's funny because Troll 2 was one of those movies, even when it came out, me and my friends watched it, and we knew it was so bad, so horrible, so poorly done. But we loved to watch it, and we would watch it religiously just to laugh at it and just make fun of it, We used to always crack jokes on it. Noah says, "Hey man, how's it going? It's going pretty good, man. Going pretty good, Noah. How's it going for you?" Do. Joe says, "Still waiting for a room tour since when you moved." I know, man. I know. Just I feel like every time like I start getting the I'm gonna go ahead and just do a room tour soon, just the way it is. So that way you guys can see what this room is like naturally. I keep trying to clean the room and like tidy up. Every time I keep tidying up, like a stack of movies comes in, and I have to like move things, or like I have a stack that I'm watching and that I'm reviewing, and then a stack that hasn't been done yet. So like there's constantly just stacks and stacks of movie and like drinks everywhere. So you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and just do a room tour, so that way you guys see what this room really is. And it's gonna be pretty soon because you're not the only one. Trust me, you're not the only one. Did you watch Star Trek Picard? For me personally, it was pretty disappointing. I watched the first two episodes, and I heard some pretty good things about like some of the other ones. I just haven't had the time to yet to go through the rest of it. Let's see here. I just Hey, thanks Michelle for $1.99. I really appreciate it. She asked, "What projector and TV do you use?" I don't use a projector. I have the TV though. I have oh my god, is it a 75 inch? I think it's a 75 inch, 75 inch Samsung OLED TV that is fantastic. And then in this room, that's for my main living room. In this room here that I do reviews and stuff in, I have a Vizio 3D TV, which those are very hard to come by because I love me a good 3D TV every so often. Uh, Akis Lucas, greetings from Greece. I like your content. Thank you. My sister-in-law is from Greece, so really cool. Do you watch 3D? I love watching 3D. I love me a good 3D movie. It's sad. I'm starting to like see a little flicker on my 3D TV every so often, like every now and then. Nothing like really crazy. And I start getting freaked out because and that's when I start like, oh my god, where can I find a 3D TV? And I'm like, what, $2,000? That's disgusting. So I'm like, I really want to either get this looked at or find a way to get another 3D TV at some point. What was the last 3D movie that you saw in theaters? Um, let's see. I think it was. I'm trying to think. Oh, it was Star Wars: Rise of Skywalker. Yeah, in December. Yep. 3D or 4K? Uh, that's a tough one for me. I love the clarity and the crispness of 4K. I love it. I truly do. I have a big 4K collection behind me as well. And any day of the week, I would over regular Blu-ray, I'll pop into 4K. Especially with Disney movies, any Disney 4K it looks fantastic in 4K. But again, I do love a good 3D movie. But for all intents and purposes, I'll say 4K. But I love 3D as well. See here? Yeah, 4K definitely. Joe Martinez says, I love 3D. I have a 4K 3/3D TV I got in 2016, and I have an extra TV in a box as a spare. Still trying for a full North American collection. You have 400 titles, 326 left to go. Damn, that is impressive, Joe. For real. Yeah, no, that's really impressive. That's a cool, honestly, a cool collection goal that you have there. I want to say, I think you mentioned that before to me that you were trying to go for a full release of 3D movies. Really good. Hey, Austin with the $4.99. Thank you, Austin. Appreciate it, man. See here, once the apocalypse happens, us physical media users will reign supreme. Yes, I keep saying that. Like we are gonna be the ones that we're gonna be the new Blockbuster. Like people are gonna be like, "Hey, can I borrow a movie?" I'm like, "Where were you when? Like, where were you when you said that my stuff was useless?" You know? Yeah, man, for real. It says Robert's make the cut. Says, "Hi, David. How you doing?" I'm doing good. I'm doing good, Robert. How are you? AK Master, what do you think is an underrated art form? To me, pro wrestling is an underrated art form. AK Master, thank you so much for saying that. I love pro wrestling. Me and my son are big wrestling fans. It may not seem like it, but again, I have a lot of things that I'm interested in. But pro wrestling has been something I even wrestled for a bit when I was younger. I had a couple of professional matches and things like that. But yeah, pro wrestling is one thing that I feel people just don't fully get, and they make fun of. Oh, it's fake, and no, the athleticism is amazing. Like I could go on and on for hours about pro wrestling, and maybe I will. Maybe I'll just dedicate a whole live stream to pro wrestling. But I love it. WrestleMania was weird this year, though. I don't know how you felt about that. Let's see here. Gavin, if you had to stay on an island for a year with a 4K TV, what movies would you choose to bring with you? Let's say five. Oh, okay. Series count as one. So Harry Potter, all the movies will count. Yeah. Okay. Wait. Little Mermaid would be one. Trying to think of a good like actiony movie. Um, Terminator 2 would be good. I love that movie. I'll rewatch it. Uh, yeah, let's say Harry Potter. That's three. Let's see here. Bumblebee would be great as well, and Cloverfield. I love those movies. Let's see here. Um, That's a good point. Michelle said there won't be any power during an apocalypse. Well, okay, we're not saying like end of the world. We're just saying like, well, okay, well, no, you probably have a point. AK Master, who's your favorite wrestler and which is your favorite era in WWE? My favorite wrestler is past or present. I'll say Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels has always been my favorite. Uh, Era would be, I guess I gotta go with the Attitude Era. Attitude Era was great. It was a lot of fun. I just can't watch the Attitude Era with my kid. That's the only downfall with it. Anytime that they have like any sort of Attitude Era stuff on the WWE network, I have to gloss by it and watch it on my own, even though my son wants to watch it. I just don't know what's gonna pop up at any given moment. You know what I mean? Um, Professional pool is an underrated art form. Those guys are so good. Gavin, I will give you that. There's been times where I've been like channel surfing, and then I pop by like professional pool players like on ESPN, and it gets me hypnotized, and I end up watching it for like hours, just seeing the complexity of what they do, and they have to like getting the angles correctly. Like it's very impressive. Which movie is better, Infinity War or Endgame? How did I know that was going to come up at some point? That was Harris Hewitt that asked that. I'm gonna have to go with Infinity War. I love Endgame. Don't get me wrong, fantastic movie. I think Infinity War was better just because the stakes were higher and it ended on a note that was so shocking to everybody, and so like sad at the same time. I think I'll go with Infinity War. Noah Pierce says, "Have you seen the Dark Side of Wrestling? Great Vice series about wrestling." Yes, I've been watching. I started it with the Chris Benoit stuff. It is heartbreaking. And I saw one with New Jack. I'm gonna have to go backwards and watch the first season. But yeah, it was really great, like really nicely done. Let's see here. Let me go back. Mission Impossible films have insane rewatchability to me. Yes, Noah, I agree. Those are some of my, I don't want to call them guilty pleasures, but it's just like movies like Fast and the Furious. Um, I'm not even a car guy per se, and I will rewatch those like crazy. Mission Impossible as well. Fantastic set of movies. Um, let's see here. What is the best movie theater experience you've had, and what was your worst? And that comes from Movie Master Marco. Um, the best movie theater experience that I've ever had was I can't remember which movie it was, but it was in a Cinemark theater watching it in XD. XD looks fantastic, like screen. It's kind of like a mini IMAX. Fantastic screen, fantastic audio. Um, and this was when I think the reclining seats were just first like coming in, and I was like blown away by that. And I had some amazing tasting popcorn and some gummy bears with me. That was a phenomenal experience. Worst experience was when I decided to take a day off one day and go to the theater just to watch a movie by myself. And I purposely picked a movie that had been out for a little while just so I could enjoy it on my own with nobody around. And I sat right in the middle of an aisle, up in the middle part of the rows in the theater. And as the movie is about to start, some random guy walks in and walks in front of the, in front of the aisle above, in front of all the seats, walks up the stairs, walks over and literally sits right next to me in an empty theater. That was the worst. I had to like, I was biting my tongue for a minute and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to get up. I got up and like, I moved 2 seats over just because I was like, why do you pick a seat right next to me? All the other seats are clear. That really bothered me. Let's see here. The Mason Scott says, I'm excited for Bad Boys 3, Sonic the Hedgehog, Invisible Man, and Birds of Prey to come out. I really enjoyed Sonic the Hedgehog. Actually, that was the last movie that I saw in theaters before all this quarantine stuff. And I actually really, really enjoyed it. Fantastic. Invisible Man I thought was good. It was kind of more like Hollow Man. I don't know if you guys have seen that movie, but it felt like it was just like another version of Hollow Man. But it was great for what it was. I dug it. Let's see. Ziggy says, "Hey man, hey, what's up, Ziggy?" Gavin O'Toole, Jeff Hardy was my favorite when I was younger. The stuff he did was insane. Yeah, he was one of my both Hardys were my favorites when I was younger as well. Matt Hardy has been doing amazing stuff, as crazy as his broken his broken Matt Hardy gimmick is. I still think he's fantastic and has a good run in him at least. Jeff Hardy, wait and see. He came back for one match and then he hasn't been seen since. So we'll see. Just picked up V, the final battle on Bluray. Actually, guess what? So did I. I can't wait to check that one out. It's been a long time since I've seen that. Let's see here. Ziggy asks, are you a fan of The Conjuring? I am. I love the whole Conjuring universe that they have going. And I will watch anything that they put out. It's creepy, it's scary. Those are the only movies that I feel kind of creeped out on. They're all very, very entertaining. The Office or Friends, which is better? In my opinion, Friends is overrated. I really like The Office, but I love Friends, and I've seen almost every episode numerous times. I'm a big Friends guy, but I do love The Office as well. Office, especially like the first and second season, were some of the best TV that I've seen in a while. Aaron says, Dave, what is your opinion of Sonic the Hedgehog? I'm a little hesitant for the film for many reasons. Sonic design, story, not adding enough comedic elements for adults. I just said it right now. I thought Sonic the Hedgehog was really good. It was really nicely done. I think if they would have kept the design that they did before, there would have been a lot of angry people. And I feel like they did right by us as fans. To rework it and at least make it a bit similar to the video game. The story was very kind of kid-ish, but I had no problem with it. I thought it was amazing. I had a great time watching it. 6 seasons and a movie. Movie Master Marco. Seinfeld versus Friends. I was never really a big Seinfeld person. I watched a couple of episodes and I thought that they were pretty okay. And that was like whenever they were like in reruns and things like that. Again, I was more of a Friends person. Netflix might release a community movie. That would be awesome. Since they just released all the seasons on Netflix. That'd be cool. AK Master, will you do another live stream? If so, when do you think you'll do it? That is a very good question, AK Master. And I'm about to actually end this live stream in a minute. So that is a perfect question to end this on. I intend to do this a little bit more, I guess you could say, usual. It's hard for me to really, plan out when, but let's try to shoot for, we'll do tomorrow. How about that? We'll do tomorrow at 3 p.m. kind of like more or less what we did here, at least just for an hour, just to get on and chat with you guys and so I can answer your questions because you guys have honestly. Oh, don't you put release a Snyder cut? But you guys have a lot of fantastic questions, and I love chatting with you guys. And I love talking to you guys. Yeah, this was really really fun. I was honestly very unsure about kind of popping in like this, and I was just I said to myself, you know what, I'm just gonna suck it up and just do it, David. Just get on without even telling anybody and see what happens. And this was really really amazing. So thank you guys so much for checking out this live stream and hanging out with me for this hour or so. I really do appreciate it. And thank you guys so much for the couple of people that threw donations my way. I appreciate that as well. Anything, honestly, anything helps at this point in time, even if it's just a buck or something like that. So thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. I will see you tomorrow.